Your words are spells. When people say good morning to me, I don't say good morning anymore. I say grand rising. Jumbo everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I'm gonna be doing kind of like a smoke with me, but also kind of like a mindset talk, like, you know, just my beliefs on mindsets. Y'all know my videos are always everywhere, all over the place, but that's just how I like it. But I wanted to film this video just because, like, I have an opinion about a lot of things. And I believe that the stuff that we were grown to believe in and were indoctrinated with is really hard for some people to grasp. And the main topic that I'm going to be talking about is heaven and hell, and how it's essentially not like a real place. My belief is that heaven and hell is a mindset, and this is why. I already know I'm about to make a lot of Christians mad, and that's okay. We all have opinions, and that's all that matters. Also, peep my sleeve tattoo now, my half sleeve that I got done. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I'm tatted up like a motherfucker, so I don't even want to hear nothing from nobody. Like, come on now. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is just because of the way I see hell and heaven being so pushed, and especially like with being a Christian and with people being like, if you don't do this, this, and this, then you're gonna go to hell, and if you do this, this, and this, then you're gonna go to heaven. And that mindset always kind of like confused me as a child, because it's like, why would the universe or God, or who the fuck is that? When I see white people with dreads, I call it dreads for white people because it looks dreadful on them, but for black people I'm gonna call it locks. The reason why I say this is because I think there's just a lot of fear based within the religion of Christianity, and that's just something I'm not rocking with. I don't want to live my life in fear, especially if the person that created me, that doesn't make sense. It also, just like for me, it's kind of like, why are you scaring people? Because when you scare people, they will submit. Cheers. So the idea, like with heaven and hell, it's like once you die. So it's basically you have to live your whole life in fear. And then up until you die, that's when the ultimate creator, God, universe, whatever. I don't even want to include the universe in this, because whenever I talk about the universe, I never talk about it as if it's someone watching down on me, waiting for me to make a mistake. Like, that's what I don't understand. And that's why I love spirituality so much, because you're allowed to have so many differing opinions and what something means to you, instead of like with Christianity, it's like so set on all the rules that like if you don't do something, you're going to hell. Like, what is that? So this is what I mean by, I personally believe that heaven and hell is a mindset, because like a lot of people say within the spiritual community that, I know it's something along the lines of like your reality is a projection of your mindset, like where it's like if you're negative all the time, that's how your life is going to be, okay? And like this is what I said in my graduation speech, and I have yet to make a video basically going through the spiritual reasons on how and why I wrote that. In my speech, I talked about how if you're being a negative Nancy, don't be surprised when people call you out, because the fuck are you being negative for? I always tell myself I have two options about something. I can either get mad and have my ego flare up and da-da-da-da, or I can assess the situation and then be able to look back and not make any rash decisions when I'm in that mindset. Really? I'll be back when this motherfucker's done. Okay, we're back and better than ever. Sorry y'all, them niggas was there for a minute, then my grandma called me and we had a whole 20-minute conversation. I kind of don't know where I left off. I personally believe some people like to complain so much where it creates a personal hell. This is another thing that I believe in. Your words are spells. This is a great example. When people say good morning to me, I don't say good morning anymore. I say grand rising. The universe doesn't know the difference between morning in the AM and morning when someone dies and you go into mourning. So why would I want to say good morning? The universe doesn't know how to decipher what is good about morning. Why are you talking about morning when it's in the rising? Instead, I say grand rising, because it is grand to be rising in the daytime. So that's what I mean by words are spells. So if you keep talking negatively about your fucking situation, your situation's gonna be negative. What? You know, when people talk about like energy and vibrations, you don't always have to be positive all the fucking time. Like, nobody's telling you to do that, but you do have to have discernment, and you do have to recognize, am I choosing this negativity? Am I choosing to not do what I need to do? Because I have met plenty of people in my life, and I'm thankful that I met these people, and I'm thankful that I was able to have these experiences, because when I learn a lesson, I tell myself that I will never do it again, especially if the lesson was bad. So say like if I didn't learn my lesson with like one type of friend and we kept going back and forth, yet we're on and off, did you not learn your lesson all those other times that you were off? They say that you're your friend, but when y'all are not on, it's bad. So I'm just like talking about people like from high school. Like, you know, you'd have so many fights with these people, and it's like, what am I doing? Why am I allowing this negativity? And that negativity that you continue to allow in your life will create that personal hell. So that's why like I don't believe in the heaven and hell like when you die, because it's like, why do you have to wait until you die when like everything that you experience right now is already your karma? It's already the lessons that you need to learn. So what the fuck you telling me I gotta wait to die to go to some celestial kingdom and da 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 da? Like, that shit's weird. And also another thing I saw on Share Relations, if y'all know who I'm talking about, she's this like woman who just knows her shit. I'll insert like one of her videos here. But she's taught me so much on when it comes to dating and what these men have to offer, which is really not shit a lot of the times. You know, I obviously have to change my mindset on the way that I look at men, because if I believe that all men are shitty, that's just gonna be the men that I attract, which is shitty men. And obviously I don't want that. Cheers. I really have like the mindset belief of like whatever like you have in your mind is what you project out. Okay, so this is like going back to like when I first really started getting into spirituality, and I was researching everything. I was watching all these videos, just trying. I was so thirsty like for knowledge when it came to spirituality and this whole different mindset when it came to things. And I remember vividly seeing this one video where he was talking about shifting your paradigm. I think that's where I really started to become more aware. And I feel like obviously with each year that I go by and each year in my spiritual journey that I think of, I obviously like I look back a year ago and I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck is gonna happen like within this year, like how much you're gonna learn, all the lessons about people and just certain situations. Over the years, just learning about these things and like really deconstructing what Christianity means, it really just shows me like the mindset that you have is literally your reality. If you have a negative mindset, your reality, everything that you look at will be looked at as negative. If you got laid off from your job, if you your car broke down, you're looking at it as everything bad always happens to me. You're always speaking that out. If you're always talking about how everything or how stuff never goes right for you, how you always have to think of the worst case scenario, because that was me. I always had to be like, I have to think of the worst case scenario, because if it happens, then I'll be prepared for it. And I was listening to this one TikTok where it was talking about if you're always the type of person to think of stuff negatively or think of the worst case scenario, then you're gonna live it twice. Once in your head when you're already giving yourself anxiety about the situation that hasn't happened, and because you kept thinking about how the situation was gonna go and how you wanted so much control over it, now it manifested itself into reality, and because you already prepared for it, you're ready. So now you experienced it twice. And once I saw that video, I was like, wow. Instead of always being like I'm too scared to do it, just be like, what's the worst that can happen? That's what I tell people. I'm like, what's the worst they can say? No. Okay, there you go. Instead of having so much anxiety about all these things in life, it really doesn't matter, bro. It really doesn't matter, because a year from now, you're gonna look back and be like, why the fuck was I tweaking? So in that moment, you need to be like, is this something that I'm gonna be freaking out about in a year from now? No? Then you shouldn't be freaking out about it now. But it's like, of course you're allowed to have those feelings and express those emotions, but don't allow them to engulf your life. Your mindset. You have to change your mindset, and that's what I'm trying to do, especially when it comes to posting and filming more often. Cheers. I have to change my mindset of when it comes to editing these videos and posting them, because I'm like, oh, I care so much about what people think. And I always like go back and forth. Like, you really don't care. It's more of like shadow work that you need to do to understand why are you feeling like this. Like, especially when it comes to editing, something that I used to love doing so much. So everything is in a mindset. You guys, switch your mindset. Once you switch your mindset, you'll start to see how much your reality will start to shift. I promise you. Okay? That was my little ramble real quick. Like, I just want to get these videos out, okay? And I want you guys, what's the worst that could happen? Like I said, if 2 people watch this video or 200 people watch this video, either way, I'm grateful that it reached people in some way and that they stayed and watched my video. That is going to be my mindset from now on. Switching your mindset and switching the way in which you like discipline yourself, it will help you drastically when it comes to how you basically self-discipline yourself, okay? I'm going to end the video here just because I don't want to keep rambling on too much, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will definitely be more coming soon, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.